What is up, everybody? If you're watching me while eating your breakfast burrito, your bowl of cereal, Reese's Puffs, I see you, and I appreciate you for choosing me to watch while you're eating. Anyways, I'm very excited to open these. This is now my second pair recently. You already know what it is from the title and the thumbnail. This is another pair of Vans Geoff Rowley XLTs. Legendary skater who his signature is like his initial signature model with Vans has Vans has gone back into the archives and revived it. It was popular back in the early 2000s, and they, just like other brands, are searching for what in their archives, what in their catalog carries nostalgia and can they breathe fresh life into. And they picked out these, and I'm for it because I loved the XLT back in the day, and I know a lot of other people did. I'm not the only one, but I am definitely one of those people that's stoked that it's back to some degree. Now I have two pairs, probably don't need any more after this. But what do we have here? We have the Rowley XLT LX, maybe for Lux. This is a collaboration with Gallery Dept in the blue steel colorway, kind of that Gundam Superman colorway. And yeah, I missed out on the drop. I think I was a little late for the drop on Gallery Dept, and then when it came to the Vans retailers, I missed out again. This is a lesson in patience, and I'll get to that more. I know you want me to, I like to take my time before I unbox it, so I'll get to the unboxing right now for you, and then I'll tell you kind of about a little theory on StockX bidding and stuff, and just how to go about that if you care. So here we got the Gallery Dept box. Handled with care. There's Gallery Dept branding there with the Vans logo, some sizing on the underside. Yeah. Before I unveil these, please subscribe. It's free. It takes a second. Boom. You did it, and it's free, and I really appreciate it. I notice every time I get new subscribers, and so it makes my day, and I'd appreciate it. All right, here we go. Handling with care. Got these off StockX. As you can see, the StockX tag, and ooh, man. Okay, I'll be real. It doesn't carry quite the punch that when I got these bad boys, the dime Rowley XLTs did, because this is the first time I had these in hand in, like, whatever it was, 20 plus years. But these are still great. It's still great holding another pair of these. And the color, it's weird. It's a little brighter, but these are too good. These dime ones, they killed it with these. These are nice. It's a luxury brand collab. I don't own much Gallery Dept pieces. This might actually be my first. Yes, I think it is my first. So maybe the materials here are a little bit more premium. Retail on these was $120. Retail on these was $150. So $30 price difference. And since this was a collab and this is a collab, I gotta imagine when Vans rolls these out, just like a general release, probably would be what, $110 probably. You can get a $10 upcharge with a collab with Dime in Montreal. Here you got a big upcharge with the Gallery Dept. Not as big of an upcharge as their Asics collab recently. The Asics Gallery Dept collab, it's coming out. Came out first dropped at ComplexCon, now it's having a wide release. I think $250 is the retail. That same exact model, the GT-2160, I think it retails for like $110, $120. I just did an unboxing of a COS collab with that same Asics model. I think that retailed for $120 or something. So ridiculous upcharge on the Asics collab. I'm glad they didn't do this with the Vans one. Even though I didn't get it for retail, it would have influenced the aftermarket price. So really happy that this Vans collab had a reasonable retail price. Oh, so we got extra laces. That's nice. That's nice. And you don't really have to worry about StockX and legitimate sneakers when it's a Lowheat collab. That's the nice thing. I know Vans and other secondary platforms, resale platforms, you kind of got to worry about the hype releases, fakes and stuff getting through their legit checking, but not with these. We got a little crease there, leather crease. That's okay. I'm not going to stress out over that. In the spirit of these being skate shoes, I probably won't skate these particular ones, but in the spirit of it, like, you know, skaters aren't going to care about that. So yeah, well, let's examine the details a little bit more. Remind me, you can't remind me, of course, this isn't live, but I want to talk about like how I got these on StockX and just the bid I put in and stuff like that. But that might bore you right now, so I'm going to go over the details real quick. So we already noticed 2 extra laces. That's kind of fire. I like the white laces. The red is intriguing. Might be a bit much. You know, this kind of does look like a toy kid colorway a little bit. So I feel like the white classes it up. I'm not a big fan on the gray. Red is interesting though. I think I'm going to keep the whites in for now. Good contrast with the blue. Just a hint of the red in the Vans logo. Let's put that one down for now since it's got the StockX tag on it. So yeah, let's see here. So you got the Gallery Department, a leather swatch there on the tongue, the top of the tongue. Really soft. No, it's foam. I think it's painted foam. Yeah, here. It's not leather. But you do have a nice thick leather here on the mud guard and the heel, all around the eye stay area. Nice thick gray leather. Looks like some reflective hits right there. Right there. I don't know where else on the shoe. Oh, maybe, yeah, reflective hits right here on the toe box. So that's cool in the blue. You got Gallery stamped in there for Gallery Department. Got your classic Vans tag. So just your classic XLT. If you want to hear just more nostalgia and just stuff about this model, please check out this unboxing video. That's kind of a good initial energy about this model coming back and just me walking down memory lane. I'm not going to duplicate that and do it in 2 videos in case you watched this one already, but go check out that unboxing after you watch this completely. Watch this full video, however long this goes. Then when you're done, click on this video. Watch that whole video and subscribe and like and comment. Back to this though, because I love this model. I skated in high school. I wasn't good at all. I was terrible. I could ollie. And this was my favorite skate shoe. So from an amateur skater, this was my favorite. It's just lightweight. The model is lightweight for a chonky shoe, which is like great. It's like has all the vibes of that retro skate era, but not as heavy as some of those shoes, like the Osiris D3, the Dave Mayhew. Man, that shoe was heavy, and that's what's great about this. The XLT extra light, super lightweight. This is, I do feel, is a little heavier than this shoe. Probably the material. These are like more premium materials. The leather's gonna weigh it down more and stuff. So definitely still light, but not quite as light as probably a GR or this one. Back to some of the details. You got the gum outsole here, white midsole, XLT on the back. It's kind of grainy, shiny leather on the red Vans hit wave there. Here's the insole here. You got Gallery Department, Vans, and it's kind of like a canvasy. Canvas. Does the camera pick that up? Sorry. There, it picks it up better further away. But it's a canvasy insole there. And you got all the art that kills on the sewn into the inside. And these are a 12. So with sizing, I'll try these on in a second here. With sizing, if you're curious, I would go half size up. I got these true to size, and just like in classic fashion back in high school, they're a little too small, yet I still loved them. Same with these. I got these true to size, and I guess I didn't learn my lesson from high school, whatever size foot I was back then, because these are just a little too small. They're fine to wear around, out to get some food, run to coffee, out for an excursion, a movie, what have you. But I was just in New York for like 5 days, and I was walking all over the place. My feet would have died if I put the miles in it in these, like just because my toes touch the end. So that constant walking and touching the end all day, like tips touching, it just would not have gone well. So it's fine for just limited use. Like it almost brings back the vibes of high school, having these be a little, just a scotch too small. They're very comfortable, just like here. Comfortable. They're kind of boxy. You feel the padding on the top of my foot here, but like my toes don't really touch, just like this. But as soon as you put all your weight down, and that's why they have you stand up in shoes always when you try on shoes. You don't just try them on sitting down. You stand up and walk in them because your toes splay and your feet spread out. They flatten out more, and yeah, they touch that. So I would go half size up. We'll try these on to confirm, and I will be right. And yeah. I like this. So Gallery Department dropped 4 colors of these, 4 different colorways. They did, was it like a black flames colorway? They did a Neapolitan colorway with kind of like hits of like light yellowish orange, brown, and pink, you know, to mimic the Neapolitan ice cream. They also did a very colorful, multicolor version of these. It was like purple, green, blue, red, and then they did these. I thought these were the most subtle, subdued to a degree. You could argue the Neapolitans were, but I like this. This to me was the best colorway, hands down, at least for me. I'm not saying best colorway. I'm saying the ones that I like the most. These were the ones I like the most. I don't like using like best colorway. It's just subjective. For me, these were my favorites. So I really wanted these, and yeah, I just swung and missed. So, you know, what do? You go to the secondary market. Prices were initially a little high, but then after a week, they kind of settled down. I noticed on this colorway, size 12, I think the highest ask was like 180. So that's what, 30 over retail, plus taxes, shipping, fees. You would put me into like over 200. I didn't want to pay that much. You know, I already got these, and I'm in love with these despite the sizing being slightly off. In love with these. You know, I don't need more low heat, so I was gonna like, you know what? I'm gonna pass on these. I didn't get them. I struck out. That's fate. The chips landed where they may, and I didn't get them, so I didn't get them. But you know what? I do really like these. That's kind of my rule. If you keep thinking about something, that's a good indicator that like it won't be regrettable if you buy it. Like it's worth buying to a degree, whatever worth buying means. But if you keep thinking about it, that means it's not an impulse buy, right? Or it passes the threshold of not being an impulse buy. So I went in and put a bid. I think I have the information here. A bid of 144, so like a little under retail. And I knowing that you know, if someone accepts that bid with taxes, with sales tax was $15, processing fee $6, shipping $15, it was gonna put me at 180 total. And I figured, you know what, 180, that's almost like getting them for retail. If I got them for retail at 150, I'd have been paying, you know what, 175 probably. So basically, at a bid of 144, I was getting very close to retail, and I did really want these. And so paying a little, just you know, $10 over what I normally would have paid, that's worth it if you really, you know. And I did. I really wanted this shoe, so that's what I did. That bid sat there for a while, and the bid sat there for a while, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, because these dropped a while, you know, what, a month ago, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. 2 weeks later, one day I got the notification, your bid has been accepted. And so, moral of the story is, if you want something, look at StockX, look at the bids, look at eBay, you know, put in a bid. If you're way off, like if the retail on something's 300 and all the listings for the most part are 450, and there's just no bids, like the demand's really low, like you can put in a bid of 100, but it's probably not going to be accepted. No one wants to lose that much money on their purchase. So if you're somewhat within the ballpark of the highest bid, and it's around retail, this person was looking to get their money back, essentially, you know, whoever sold this to me. I'm the last sale still at 144 in this size. You know, just, so that's my advice. If you keep thinking about something day after day, week after week, then it's past the threshold of it's not impulse buy. You can feel a little bit better about going after it or pulling the trigger on the purchase. And yeah, go ahead, throw in a reasonable bid, and very likely you could, it might get accepted. So there, that's my 2 cents. I don't know if that taught you anything, but man, these look better on foot, right? These look even better on foot. I like these even more now than just out of the box. And you know what? I put on pants. These are a great shoe with pants. Pants really sit well on these. Jeans sit well on these. I was in shorts. I went in and put on pants. That's what I do for you guys. I don't want to hear I don't do enough for you guys. I may not put up graphics, music. I may not even give you the full fit look in these. No video editing. But I do change pants for you guys. I do put on pants for you guys. So I don't want to hear I never did anything for you. And see, like this look great with jeans. Because yeah, I was wearing shorts with these. You can wear shorts with these, but being a big bulbous skate shoe, retro skate shoe, I just think pants help the width, the shocking width differential. Going from skinny ankles to big shoe. It helps that transition. There's a little bit more tapering if you're wearing pants into the big clown shoe, So although you can wear these with shorts for sure, I do think wearing these with pants is like primo. And see how well these look with the jeans? So yeah, I did that for you guys. I put on pants for you guys. These are much better on foot. I can feel they have more room. I hard suggest going half size up in these. Yeah, and I'll do the quick stand test. Yes, feel better. I still think well, what do you like better? I am not a navy blue guy. I'm not a dark shoe guy, but man, there's something about these. These are so clean. I love these. So if you're going to compare colorways, maybe I still prefer this colorway to this. And this is like an actual skate brand, skate shop, more in line with this. Even though Vans has had a history with Gallery Dept, this isn't that Gallery Dept's first collab with Vans. I really wanted that old school low, whatever shoe they did a year ago. I thought that was kind of fire, and I wanted that. Missed out on that one too, those resell for a little bit more, so I'm not going to get that one. That's too pricey. Too much over retail for me. So when Gallery, I thought I'd get a second crack at it, and eventually they did make my way to my feet. But if fancy pants, what's your favorite? I think this beats these out a little bit, but on foot, these are great. Clean. I might actually end up wearing these a little bit more since they'll fit better, but in a vacuum, I think these are my favorites. Check out that again. We're nearing the end of the video here, so after we're done here, check out this unboxing video. Let's give these a rating. I don't know what I gave these. I probably gave these a 9 out of 10, I think. These come close. Did I give these an 8.9? I had to have given these a 9 out of 10. Check that video out. Find out for me. Let me know in the comments. These are really great. I'm not as attached to the collaboration story here, but I really do like the colorway. I really like the colorway. It's great. Materials are obviously a little bit more superior. These just have nice kind of Gundam wing vibes, Superman vibes to them. I love the model of shoe. Again, there is a precedent for Vans and Gallery Dept collabing together, so this isn't their first. It's not completely out of left field that they would collaborate. I think Gallery Dept is a California brand, Vans California brand, so it makes sense on that level too. I didn't like the other colorways. So if I was going to label everything as a whole, it almost gets minus points for those other colorways. But just these, I think 8.8 is fair. 8.9 is like, I think, and 9 is too high. Let's give these an 8.8. Really high grade. I like these a lot. Glad that I have another pair of these in my collection. Glad that they fit better. Glad I was able to obtain them. I was unhappy didn't get them for retail off the drop, but in the end, almost got them for retail. So I'm happy about that. No regrets. No regrets because I underbid. I put in a bid that I was comfortable with, and they accepted it, and so there's no regrets here. That's the other key. That's the lesson. Put in a bid that you won't regret if it gets accepted. If you get that notification, you don't want that feeling of, oh shit. So that's the tip there. I put in a bid that I felt comfortable with. If they accepted, I won't be like, oh shit. One more thing I wanted to add that I just thought about. This is a great pair. These are great, both these models, are not models, but both these pairs are a great example of shoe that I love to wear as a if you know type shoe. You know, not everyone's going to have this shoe at the function or at the sneaker shop or wherever you go where there might be some hype beasts around. Even if there's not hype beasts, whatever, just regular folk at the mall or whatever, they're going to be wearing Adidas and you know, Nikes and maybe some New Balances. Not many people are going to have these, whether you're in sneakerhead crowds or not. And they're going to get looks potentially from either, there's a great looking shoe, maybe some old school skaters will recognize them. Maybe sneakerheads will recognize that these have been brought back in the gallery department, the dime collabs. But just to me, these are great. And like, I'm passionate about them. Like they're nostalgic to me. They're a great wear. They're like I love these for multiple reasons. So this fits all those different, like, you know, metrics of a pair that you love to wear that maybe not everyone knows about or they have or whatever. But this hits all those different marks. All those checks all those boxes of a great pair of shoes to wear. You know, a little different, yet they're not a GR. They're a little special because of the collaborations. Brings back, you know, there's history here. It's just everything. They look great just aesthetically on their own too. They're different because they're Vans. They're not, you know, the big 2 or 3 brands. They're not like whatever the flavor of the moment is. They're not Dunks. They're not Jordans. They're not Mesh Runners. Just yeah, just firing on all cylinders wearing this pair. I love when and I'm sure you do too, when you find that pair that no shame in your game wearing. Some people might appreciate them, even if people don't, you know what they are. They still look good. Yeah. So enough of that rant. These are fire.